Welcome back to my channel, everyone. In today's video, I'm going to talk about the hottest card in the market right now, and that's the LeBron James rookie cards. And I'll talk about the current market trends and the specific card values of his cards, and then the opportunity that's ahead of us that you can take advantage of. So let's get started. So as you might have already figured out, LeBron's cards are on fire right now. In the last 2 weeks alone, his card is up almost over 120% on average of all his base rookie cards. As you may have seen from my previous videos, I have repeatedly said that LeBron's cards were severely undervalued. And obviously him being very vocal about social issues and perhaps jumping ships from the Cavaliers to the Heat to now the Lakers, he didn't get sort of the respect from everyone that he really deserved, in my opinion. And it's finally kicking off, and I'm so glad that it is, because as you know, I'm very invested into LeBron's rookie cards. And let's look at the actual market value of these cards today and understand what drove that change and then what the opportunity lies ahead. So if you look at his base 2003 Topps and Topps Chrome rookie cards here, you see that his PSA 10 Topps base card last sold for almost over $7,000. And then his PSA 9 of the Topps base card went over $1,700 last. And then of course Topps Chrome, which is the higher end of the Topps line, you can see that PSA 10 last sold for at an average of $26,000 and PSA 9 for over $8,000, almost at $8,500. I mean, these are insane. And if you look back a year back from today, the changes in these price movements are over 1,000%. Meaning, for example, for the 2003 Topps Chrome base PSA 10 LeBron James rookie card, a year ago, they were sitting at basically $2,000, but today they're going for $26,000. So it's above 1,000% increase in his price value. And I think this speaks volumes not only about LeBron James's rookie cards being undervalued for the longest time, but also this price shows the growth of this industry, like how many people are actually coming in desiring these cards of players that are proven, and as we call them, the next GOAT in line. And one thing to note, unlike Michael Jordan, LeBron actually has several rookie cards. He has Topps, he has Topps Chrome, he has Bowman, he has Upper Deck, SP Authentic. I mean, there's so many different cards, but I'm focusing on Topps and Topps Chrome because that's sort of like the current day Prism and Prism Silvers. That's easy to compare and understand. And Topps and Topps Chrome was the hottest and most in-demand cards back then as well. All right, so let's talk about the opportunity ahead of this card. So is this sort of the maximum ceiling that this card can achieve? I don't think so, and let me explain why. Number one, you know that James Harden just got traded to the Nets and he is fired up. He is collaborating well with KD. We have absolutely no idea how destructive they're going to be when Kyrie returns back on the court. And barring any injuries or severe, team chemistry falling off, a lot of analysts are basically predicting that it's going to be the Lakers from the Western Conference Final, and then it'll be the Nets from the Eastern Conference Final. And then they will be playing together, and it'll be just a very, very fun series to watch. And so in that matchup, you can kind of call the Nets as the next Warriors. Basically, they have KD, Harden, and Kyrie leading the team, and it's almost impossible to lock these guys up, right? If KD is defended by two players, then he can pass the ball back to Harden. And then if two players get on Harden, he can pass the ball back to Kyrie or KD. I mean, it's just going to be so hard to keep these shooters from shooting. And so in that matchup, if LeBron is able to pull out and win the finals and win a championship over the Brooklyn Nets, I think the question of, is he the next GOAT? Is he overrated? Does he deserve that title? I think will just really go away, and he will be the next GOAT, after Jordan and Kobe. And so there is that opportunity. If the Lakers win this next championship of the NBA Finals with LeBron spearheading the team, I mean, this card is absolutely going to be impossible to get at that point. And secondly, let's say that Lakers actually don't win the championship and KD, Harden, and Kyrie takes the chip back to Brooklyn and Lakers get defeated. Even if that's the case, like I've said in many of my other videos before, there are so many monumental moments coming up ahead for LeBron. There's Space Jam, there's obviously his retirement that could happen in the next 2 to 3 years, who knows? And he has 4 rings, don't forget that. And his son potentially coming into the NBA while he's playing and kind of showing up that father-son duo. His collaborations with Nike and a bunch of other players in other sports like Mbappe. I mean, even if LeBron stops playing basketball, his influence in our society and in our world will not stop. So it's not like he's just gonna stop playing and we'll never hear of him. I really feel like LeBron's life will actually flourish and we'll hear more about him once his career ends. So there is that opportunity, even if he doesn't win the championship this year. And last point on the opportunity that's ahead of his card, and this is the most important one. As the industry and the hobby gets infiltrated with big dollars, I mean, I'm talking about venture capitalists, I'm talking about hedge funds coming in and looking to build their portfolio where it's not just going to be stocks and mutual funds and cryptocurrency, but they're really seriously thinking about allocating 5 to 10% of their portfolios into sports card. Think about that, right? Like, as a venture capitalist who are just insanely smart and they do the analysis on the back end, do you think that they would be more of a gambler, or they would bet on cards of players that are proven, have rings, are in leadership positions, and are in line to be the next greatest player of all time? So put yourself in the shoes of a venture capitalist. You have $500 million to spend. You're sitting at a desk with 13 analysts and you're analyzing the sports card market. Would you be investing in LeBron James? Or, I mean, I have nothing against Rui Hachimura, but would you be going all in Rui Hachimura? So that is the biggest opportunity ahead, is that this sports card market is not going away, but it's actually now attracting big dollars and big investors where we're kind of getting leveled up. And so the opportunity for these higher end cards, quote unquote, of LeBron James's rookie cards is only going to get more scarce and sought after. So in conclusion, I know that the Topps Chrome PSA 10 card is skyrocketing and it's over 20 grand right now. And PSA 9 also is skyrocketing, but if you can afford it, I will definitely recommend that you get into either the Topps or the Topps Chrome or even the Bowman. Get into it and hold it for long term. When I say long term, I typically mean over a year. And if you're not able to do that right away, I would even go out and sell some of those 2019, 2018 rookie cards that you have and trade them up for a LeBron James's rookie card, because guys, this card is only going up. Yes, perhaps during off-season or when the Lakers lose to the Nets in the finals, his card, of course, will dip slightly, but in that dip, just because you have the money to buy, you won't be able to buy it at the right price, because it's not only about what did it sell for last, but it's about supply. People who have LeBron James Topps Chrome PSA 10 are not going to sell that card during that dip. Of course, I'm talking about the majority. There might be people who need the cash or who are buying a house and they need to liquidate. There will be 1 or 2 of that. But in those moments, understand that just because you want the card, you're going to get it at that price. So if you are able to and you have the funds for it, I would be searching for these LeBron rookie cards, as many as you can, and keep them hidden and tucked away and see the prices go up. So that's all I have for today. I hope this video was helpful, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.